Yeah, part of it, but it's to be able to skate, you got to execute. You know what I mean? The turnovers, two of the goals are just blatant turnovers. So you get behind, and then you start forcing things, and yeah, you can't have speed if you're not executing. And they did a good job of checking, but there's plays to be made there that we didn't get done, so we didn't get through the first very well. Second, we started to play. It was much better the second there, and right up to when they scored, Saros made some big saves for them at the right time. If we get one there, maybe we get some momentum, but we never did. Yeah. And they scored two there at the end, and then it was tough to find some traction from there.
Tough team to come back on, even down 3-0. I know you had a better second, but that's a tough team to come back on.
Yeah, they're all tough. You get down 3, it's tough. It's a tough league. One thing we've been pretty good at this year is the ability to score goals. And it would have been interesting if we could have just got one there early in the second there. We had a few whacks at it. There was one series there early in there. We had 2 or 3 real good looks, and he made some big saves. But, again, you got to find a way.
You mentioned turnovers there. It felt like for the first 15 games or so, getting out of your zone was something. There was a lot of confidence there, a lot of poise. Guys were doing a pretty good job of that. And these last couple games, it seems like there's been some struggles. Have you seen anything in the tape that's kind of coming up, or is it just things that are kind of happening as games go by?
Well, confidence is a funny thing. When you have it, it seems easy, right? And we know we're going to go through stretches like this. We are a younger team, and things have gone fairly smooth up to this point. We've been able to score. We've been able to get through some games where even when we didn't play well, we found a way to win. We've had excellent goaltending. So this is a real good test for us now, because we're really going to have to dig in, and you're going to have to do it together. It's not going to be an individual guy. It's going to be 5 guys on the ice and working through it, and we're going to have to do it on the road because we've got a lot of road games coming.
Lars, how do you get confidence back? You can't tell somebody to just relax.
No.
It never works. How do you bring it? You seem like you got it together for the second period. I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah. Well, we played. I mean, it's, no one has that answer. I mean, you can ask that question, and if someone tells you they know the answer, you would never lose it. It's not a... It's kind of a silly question, really. How do you get it back? Nobody knows. If you knew, you would never lose it, right? So, but I know there is a formula, and it is a total team effort, and it's going to be it's built through shift by shift, and it's going to be your habits in practice. And when you go through these little stretches, and now we're 3 games into this where I feel like we haven't been at our best, and you remember there's other teams playing, and they play well. They capitalize, and so now we get to see how do we do this together? How practice is important. Every rep's important. Face-off's important. Every play's important. You start that urgency has to go up, and so for our group now, we're going to have to manage this on the road. We've got a lot of road games coming. We know that. So we'll look at the tape. We'll try and teach and help them through this, and we'll get right back after it here in Dallas.
Do you think you have trouble against big teams, big physical teams? Is that a problem for you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't go look at their size and weight. I don't know. It seems like every team is big. I don't think we're small. I don't think we're a small team, but we're going to have to play at times a heavier game, a grittier game. And especially in our D zone where we generally get in trouble when we don't shut it down. And those are plays that you have to find a way, whether you're big or small, to get into the body and shut it down. And because you let us roam free in the zone, we can buzz pretty good. And so that's an area we're gonna have to work on.
Do you feel like the quick goals early, that's what affected what we were talking about earlier? When people said that you weren't skating necessarily in the first period, you give them up quick. It affects that, or did you feel like the team just wasn't maybe intensely ready or whatever that you wanted?
To me, the lack of execution affected us. We were passing the skates, passed too far in front. Like, again, 2 of the goals are just blatant turnovers, like right on their stick. So it puts you on your heels. There's no question. And when you're not executing, and you can't play fast, you can't be on your toes, you can't be assertive. So number one thing is you got to make plays under pressure. That they come out hard in this building. We know that. Nothing that they did was unexpected. It's just you got to handle it, and you got to build your own momentum in those areas and get in their zone and put shifts together. And so, we got some things we got to work on.
Yeah. I mean, you've played a number of these teams that were in that Central Division with you guys last year. You played you guys 4 times here last year.
Mhm.
Are you noticing that those teams are getting after it like full bore quicker than maybe some of the other teams you didn't face last year?
It's the first time we played them. I don't know really this division that well. We've played some really good hockey teams and done just fine. So I'm not sure how to answer that.
And then with Elvis, was it you just kind of did you not feel that he was just on tonight kind of a thing, or was it something else that kind of prompted that?
Yeah, I don't. You know, you're looking to try and change the momentum at 3. Elvis has been tremendous for us. You know, the first goal, I'm sure he wants back. He's on his knees there, it goes over his shoulder. You know, there's a shot, even a long shot, hit the post. You know, again, he's allowed an off night too. I don't know, but at that point, 3 quick ones like that, I think we got to do something. And so there's no blame. It's not. We move by it with him. He's been a tremendous key for us for how we've been able to get wins, and I expect him to bounce right back.